Hello everyone, thank you once again for checking out my channel, Imperii Auto. This channel is all about all things automotive, trucks, news, reviews, classics, and more. I always like to start by saying thank you everyone. As a new channel, only a couple months old, I really appreciate all the feedback and views and likes and everything I've been getting, and it's just really cool to see how fast this is growing. I really enjoy doing this, and thank you all so much. If you like what I'm doing, throw me a like and a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And as I always mention, throw me a comment down below. We're kind of on a roll with General Motors lately. If you guys haven't seen my recent review of the new GMC Sierra, I'll put a link here. Check that one out. It's a pretty cool truck. GM's making some moves here, but the big one, the one I've been so excited for, is we finally have information on the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06. It's finally here. I am excited about this one. So thank you again for tuning in, and let's get started. I'm adding chapters to these now, so if you guys want to skip around to certain parts you're more interested in, by all means. I'm going to do this like I do most of these editorial type reviews. We'll start with the basic overview of the press release that General Motors put out, and then we'll go into different segments, a little more detail on each of the things regarding the new Z06. I'll add some of my own thoughts along the way, and in closing, I'll give you my overall thoughts of the new Corvette Z06. All right, the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 elevates the American supercar. The most capable Z06 ever arrives on a global stage, powered by an all-new LT6 dual overhead cam V8. The next chapter in the mid-engine Corvette journey begins today with the introduction of the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06, a new American supercar that puts the world on notice. Arriving 2 years after the first production mid-engine Corvette Stingray debuted, and captivated a worldwide audience, the Z06 is designed and engineered to act as a precision tool for the track. The Z06's striking appearance, sound, and tactile feel are the result of an intense focus, with new, wider sculpted front and rear fascia designs that define a confident stance and exotic proportions and a luxuriously appointed interior. I like the new interior. Some people don't. We'll talk more about that. The Z06 is the ultimate supercar experience. Bold words there, Chevy. Let's see. Corvette has always brought a discerning customer to the Chevy family, said Steve Hill, Vice President of Chevrolet. This new Z06 was designed and engineered to set a higher bar with increased levels of craftsmanship, personalization, and performance so customers can truly have their own bespoke performance car. While the Z06 was created to dominate on the track when it debuted in 1963, the Z06 nameplate has also come to symbolize a perfect combination of track beast and supercar. The new Corvette Z06 defines the American supercar, said General Motors President Mark Ruiz. Ruiz? Did I say that right? It builds on the distinctive design and groundbreaking dynamics introduced with the mid-engine Corvette and elevates them to deliver refined and uncompromising track capability with world-class performance. The new Z06 is set apart by its beating heart, the all-new 5.5-liter LT6, the highest horsepower naturally aspirated V8 to hit the market in any production car ever. So it is naturally aspirated. They didn't throw turbos on it. An all-new flat-plane crankshaft design entices drivers to push the tachometer to a lofty 8,600 RPM, creating 670 horsepower. Engineers spent 2 years crafting a distinctive, rich exhaust tone unlike anything ever heard from a Corvette. I don't want to post it here because Chevrolet didn't make it downloadable, and I don't want to get copyright striked or anything like that. But go check out, after you finish my video, of course, go check out Chevrolet's video on the Z06 that they released today, and you can hear this car in there a little bit. It sounds like a Ferrari, and I mean that in a good way. When this thing revs, it's incredible. Well done, Chevrolet. Racing at its core. The sound and appearance of the Z06 take direction from Corvette Racing, an amazing racing program, by the way. The direct knowledge transfer from the track to the street has never been more evident. The Z06 chassis has underpinned Corvette Racing's C8R since it began competing in 2020. Thanks to a shared chassis, similar engine architecture, and exterior proportions, the C8R has been referred to internally as the Z06, hiding in plain sight. That's pretty cool. Racing was the reason the Z06 was developed in 1963, and it continues to support development of the road models that make them better on the street and the track, said Taj Gupta, Executive Chief Engineer, Corvette. Win on Sunday, sell on Monday, baby. It also means we've tested the Z06 on the best tracks in the world, from Circuit of the Americas here in the United States to the Nürburgring in Germany. Das ist gut. The Corvette CR8 shined during IMSA's 2020 Sports Car Championship Series, capturing 6 victories and 7 pole positions, and setting the fastest class race lap in 6 events. During the 2020 series, Chevrolet won the GT Manufacturers title, its 13th since 2001. Jordan Taylor and Antonio Garcia and the number 3 Corvette CR8 crew won the GT-LM driver and team championships. I'm telling you, Corvette racing is no joke. The performance envelope of Z06 builds on the foundation laid by Stingray, as does the Z06 design language and attention to detail. Expanded material offerings, new interior packages, and features unique to Z06 enable owners to create their own bespoke American supercar. And here's some additional highlights before we get into the more detailed stuff about the engine and the big changes. Let's see. Additional highlights of the 2023 Corvette Z06 include a stance of 3.6 inches wider than the Stingray, accommodating massive 345 series rear tires and more airflow through the air side vents. Unique front and rear fascias, a first for Z06. The front fascia is designed to optimize the Z06 cooling needs, including channeling air to the center heat exchanger, which is one of 5 for maximum cooling performance. A unique, standard, reconfigurable rear spoiler with adjustable wicker bill elements designed to improve high-speed stability and cornering capability on the racetrack. Okay. Standard 20-inch front and 21-inch rear forged aluminum spider wheels, staggered wheels. The largest wheels ever available on a production Corvette. I bet those tires aren't cheap. Massive lightweight and rigid carbon fiber wheels that deliver a 41-pound reduction in unspring mass, which contributes to more agile and responsive handling. Guys, this is like major supercar stuff. I was kind of knocking them a little bit for calling it a supercar, but that's stuff you see on, $400,000 European exotics. So good on you, Chevrolet. They're not messing around. I always stumble on this. Let's see if I can say this right. Specific suspension tuning, including magnetic ride control 4.0, which is an amazing system, by the way, and larger brakes, 6-piston front than Stingray, contribute to making the 2023 Corvette Z06 the most track-capable Corvette ever. 8-speed dual-clutch transmission with a specific, shorter 5.56 final drive ratio compared to the Corvette Stingray, which enhances acceleration capability. I bet this thing screams. An elevated cockpit surrounding the driver with rich materials and textures, including more carbon fiber trim and new options. Available Z07 Performance Package that offers the greatest track capability and provides 734 pounds of downforce at 186 miles per hour, more than any Corvette ever. It includes a carbon fiber high rear wing and ground effects, specific chassis tuning, specific magnetic ride control calibration, and unique Michelin Cup 2R ZP tires, along with Brembo carbon ceramic brakes and optional carbon fiber wheels. That thing sounds bad to the bone. If you're a weekend track person, I'm sure that's what you want to buy. Not sure how much I would love to drive that on the daily, but I have a feeling those are going to be bought and stashed away in a garage with a cover over them, if I'm truly honest. Virtually every component that distinguishes a Z06 was developed to support or enhance its capability, said Jokter, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing this guy's name wrong. By leveraging the mid-engine's architectural inherent advantages, we were able to achieve 6% more downforce than the 7th Gen ZR1 at 8% lower drag. Doesn't seem like a lot, but in racing, 6% is a big deal. Okay, we're going to talk about that new LT6 engine. The 2023 Corvette Z06 debuts in an all-new 5.5-liter dual overhead cam V8 engine that marks the return of natural aspiration for the track-capable performance model. Engine responsiveness and trackability, 2 characteristics of naturally aspired motors, were the top priorities for providing an engaging driving experience for purists. As a result, it was determined that a clean-sheet, naturally aspirated power plant was needed, with the goal of exceeding the power of any naturally aspirated production V8 engine ever made. A lightweight, flat plane crank design enables the engine to rev to high RPMs needed to create significant power. Impressive feat there, Chevrolet. These cars aren't about gas mileage. This is the swan song of a naturally aspirated V8, if you ask me. More than horsepower, the new LT6 is designed to complement all aspects of the Z06's track-focused performance experience. From its 8,600 RPM redline, that is impressive, man. That's like Italian numbers. And full racing style dry sump oiling system to meticulously tuned induction and exhaust systems, this engine exudes an entirely new and emotional character. The key to the LT6's performance capability is a lightweight, low inertia rotating assembly rooted in an all-new flat plane crankshaft. Along with a comparatively short stroke, allows the engine to rev to its maximum range. A version of the LT6 has powered the C8R race car since 2019, and the rigors of endurance road racing helped engineers refine the engine's performance and durability. Additional highlights include an all-new aluminum cylinder block casting with the small block engine family's signature 4.4-inch bore spacing, all-new dual overhead camshaft cylinder head design, with fully CNC machined combustion chambers and intake ports, supporting a mechanical finger follower valve train. Dual coil valve springs to support titanium intake and sodium-filled exhaust valves. Forged aluminum pistons and forged titanium connecting rods for low mass and high strength. Wow, titanium, huh? Distinctive edge red camshaft covers. All new active split intake manifold with twin 87mm throttle bodies. An all new 6-stage dry sump oiling system with individual crankbase scavenging. 4-into-2-into-1 stainless steel exhaust headers. The LT6 is hand-assembled by master engine builders at the Performance Build Center within the Bowling Green Assembly Plant in Kentucky. Builders use precision tooling and hand-fit pieces of the engine to meet Chevrolet's exact specifications. Each engine features a plaque on the intake manifold with the signature of the technician who crafted it from start to finish, just like AMG. Alright, let's talk a little bit more detail on the design. Almost every exterior detail unique to the Z06 serves a purpose for aerodynamics, handling, or cooling, with styling cues that accentuate the car's sense of motion. The wider fenders, for example, accommodate larger, wider wheels and tires for more grip. Larger vents, including a new front fascia that, like the C8R race car, draws clean air into the center heat exchanger, provide more cooling air to the engine, brakes, and transaxle for increased track capability. Additionally, a more aggressive aerodynamic package is designed to enhance cornering grip and high-speed stability. The wider wheels and tires include 20 by 10 inch front wheels wrapped with 275/30 ZR20 tires and 21-inch rear wheels using a 345/25 ZR21 tire. That's a big back tire. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S ZP tires are standard, with Sport Cup 2R ZP tires included with the available Z07 package, as I mentioned earlier. Designers pulled out the fenders in the front and rear to cover the wider tire tread, which are 30mm in the front and 40mm in the rear, wider than the Corvette Stingray. These extensions give the Corvette Z06 a wider, lower appearance, further emphasized by unique rear fascia that also features center floating exhaust bezels. The floating design was key to the precise tuning of the exhaust note, and the wider rear fender also allows for larger air intakes required for the car's cooling. Additionally, the new Z06 offers 3 increased levels of aerodynamic support. The standard Z06 features a front splitter and a unique rear spoiler, which includes an installable fixed wicker bill, a small vertical tab at the edge of the spoiler that significantly increases downforce, providing 365 pounds more at 186 miles an hour. The available carbon fiber aero package adds a larger front splitter, front corner canards, dive planes, a pedestal-mounted rear wing, and underbody aero stakes for the maximum track-capable downforce and maneuverability. Here's some of the track technology stuff. The 2023 Corvette Z06 leverages the technologies introduced on the mid-engine Corvette Stingray, including the strategic use of lightweight materials and advanced driver technologies with unique features and calibrations tailored for its capabilities. The new Z06 retains the SLA-type front and rear suspension design of the Corvette Stingray, but it's uniquely calibrated for its higher performance capabilities. The magnetic selective ride control 4.0 is standard and can be adjusted for touring comfort or maximum track performance via the standard driver mode selector. And like the Stingray, the drive mode selector tailors more than a dozen features of the Z06 to suit the driver environment, including launch control, active handling, traction control, performance traction management, and the electronic limited slip differential. The Z06's greater track performance capability is also matched with greater braking capability, always a good thing. With a larger 14.6-inch diameter front and 15-inch diameter rear Brembo brakes, The Z06 has 6 piston front calipers compared to 4 piston calipers on the Stingray. And even larger, they have carbon ceramic rotors available and also included with the Z07 package, which takes the Corvette Z06's performance to its zenith. And speaking of the Z07 package, here's a little bit more details on that. The Z07 Performance Package additional features include a carbon fiber aero package with front splitter, front corner die planes, a rear wing and underbody strakes that enhance downforce, a unique FE7 suspension with specific magnetic ride control 4.0 calibration, the Michelin Sport Cup tires I mentioned earlier, developed specifically for the Z06, available carbon fiber wheels that deliver 41 pounds of reduction in unspring mass. Really? That's an option? It's not included with the Z07 package? Okay. Wonder how much those things cost. And the Brembo carbon ceramic brake system featuring larger 15.7-inch diameter front. Ooh, that's massive. And 15.4-inch diameter rear. When equipped with the Z07 Performance Package in a track-prepared configuration on a 300-foot diameter circle, the car is capable of 1.22 Gs of road-hugging grip. Pretty impressive. And it says the Z06 is based on the same robust architecture as the Stingray, a rigid structure that enabled engineers to fine-tune the car's chassis and suspension components with exceptional precision. The Z06 is so stiff that the track-capable Z06 is offered in the hardtop convertible model, and there is no variance in the suspension calibrations between it and the coupe. Wow, that's pretty cool. So I guess why wouldn't you buy the convertible? I personally always prefer the coupes, but that's just me. And here's a little bit about the changes to the Z06 interior. Bespoke attention to detail. In the driver-focused cockpit, premium materials continue to elevate the luxurious look and feel introduced with the Stingray. They're complemented with available carbon fiber trim that expresses the car's lightweight track-focused mantra. Okay, let me just stop here for a second. I understand it's all about the option game. Porsche plays this. You can add and change a gazillion different options. But if you're buying the Z06, shouldn't it come standard with the carbon fiber stuff, unless you specifically don't want it? That's just my thing, but I digress. To match its performance, the Z06 is an elevated execution of the 8th generation design, said Phil Zak, Executive Design Director at Chevrolet. From its wide-planted stance and sculpted surfaces to its premium and carbon fiber materials, the Z06 instills an aura of raw power and performance with bespoke craftsmanship. Unique features include an available carbon fiber, again, available, not standard, carbon fiber wrapped steering wheel, shift paddles, and new carbon fiber interior trim package level 2. The Z06 also features hand-wrapped leather interior options, including the all-new, available, fully trimmed interior in adrenaline red. Oh, Corvette and your lipstick red interiors. Additional new wheel, color, and trim options offer Z06 customers the most personalization choices in the Corvette lineup. Is that worded right? Personalized choices in the Corvette lineup? Including 12 available exterior colors, 7 available wheel packages, including 5 finishes on the standard forged aluminum wheels and available carbon fiber wheels, 7 interior colors with the opportunity to expand it to thousands of combinations, 3 seat choices and 6 seatbelt options, 2 interior carbon fiber trim packages, plus stealth aluminum trim option, oh, that's kind of cool, and 6 available brake caliper colors. The 2023 Corvette Z06 will be seen, heard, and experienced around the globe when production begins in summer of 2022. It will be built at the Bowling Green Assembly Plant in left and right-hand drive. Nothing about pricing or fuel economy yet, not that it really matters, but I did notice that the dry weight is 3,434 pounds. It is light. This thing is going to be a screamer. So now in closing, my thoughts. I'm a Corvette fan. I love Corvettes. I've always loved Corvettes. I have family members that have Corvettes of multiple generations. I've wanted to get a Corvette for a long time. I think the C4 is the bargain of the century. Unloved for many years, but that'll be another story for another video. Do I like the new Z06 from what I can see? Of course I do. It's going to be incredible. I caveat that by saying the Corvette has always been the average man's sports car. Never cheap by any means, but obtainable. Not like a Ferrari or a Lambo or an Aston Martin or something like that. I just hope they're not pricing this Z06. While it has amazing capabilities, exotic materials like you'd find on Lambos and Ferraris and stuff that are $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. I hope they're able to keep the cost feasible. And I also hope people buy these and actually use them, whether it be for the track or hell, even taking them to Cars and Coffee. I hope, since this is going to be the first of the mid-engine Z06s, they're not all bought up, stashed away with a cover over them with 2 miles, and they sit in a garage for 30 years. That's not what this car's for. I know it's going to happen, and listen, people invest and collect stuff, and that's really cool. That's fine. But this car needs to be driven. This car needs to be enjoyed, and I can't wait to see him on the road. That is the initial information on the 2023 Corvette Z06. Thank you guys once again for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it. Again, throw me a comment below. Let's hear your thoughts on the new Z06. Always down to talk cars. Throw me a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you real soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.